Hey you guys, this is Haley from LoveLey's Hair, and we're going to be installing some Hergiven curly clip-in extensions. Let's get started. I have a client today, all natural hair, and we're going to give her a whole new look with these extensions. First, I'm spraying a leave-in conditioner from Influence Hair Care. We're going to detangle that, and then also we're going to make sure we section out our leave out with honey almond foam from Influence Hair Care, and we're flat twisting that just to make sure it stays within its natural state during this installation. And after we're done with flat twisting that, we'll go through the back section of her hair to blow dry. We're blow drying only the back section because of course we're going to braid that section down for her foundation, and we don't want to trap any moisture in her hair because with trapped moisture the hair can start to stink and it's just not a good thing at all. So we're going through and blow drying with medium heat, nothing that'll damage her hair. After blow drying, we'll be ready to do our foundation, and we're just going to go through and look at this leave out section. It's not a whole lot, just enough to cover the back section, which will be seamless and easy to upkeep. And now we're going to go ahead and start the braiding for the foundation. Everybody's texture requires something different. Since her hair has some areas where it's not all the way full, we want to make sure we're doing full coverage and making sure that we can cover any areas that may not be as dense or have as much hair there. So we're going through that foundation, and we're also going to secure the ends of the braid by pulling underneath the previous braids and just giving more coverage for areas to clip on the extensions. And I'm using my crochet needle to do that. And once that's done, we're going to moisturize the scalp with a natural blend of oils that are hydrating as well as nourishing. And then we're going to start adding those clips. The clip ends, of course, we're starting at the bottom, putting them in with the teeth open and then closing it shut once we have it connected to the braid. None of these clips are actually touching her scalp. They are only clipping onto her braid. So that's very, very safe for her hair. She doesn't have to worry about a tugging at her root because these clips are not touching her roots. They are literally connecting to the loop of the braid. That's not something that will cause any damage. Of course, if you are connecting it right to the root, there could be some tension or traction that would be a problem. But now we're going through and blending the extensions with her hair. We trimmed them, and now we're going to go ahead and blend the curls. So we're finger coiling this with a honey almond foam mixed with a little bit of gel. I just put that gel over top once the foam was applied. The foam is what's smoothing and blending her texture into the clip-ins, but the gel, putting that over top, will help to seal the curl. And all these products are available at LoveLey's Hair. They're Influence Organic Styling Gel and Honey Almond Foam. So once we apply that, we are going to be finger coiling each curl to make sure it's defined with her hair texture. So you can't see a separation between her natural hair and the clip-ins, of course. No one likes to know what's really going on. So that foam is really helping to make sure we're blended completely. And once I get her leave out blended with the clip-ins, I'm going through her ends and pulling that mousse through. This is just going to help make sure the ends are sealed with a shine and definition. Since we did cut the hair, sometimes cutting it can make it frayed. So going through those ends again with mousse will definitely make sure you have more of a spiral at the end than a hard line or a hard chop at the end of the curl. So yes, we're just going through and making sure it's a tightly wounded connection between her natural hair and the clip-in extensions. And these curly extensions are about 3C texture. And we're sitting her in the dryer for about 20 minutes just to set those curls. And once she's actually more than 80% dry, we're going through with the diffuser to kind of hit any areas that didn't get completely dry, more so at her roots and around the front frame. Always under the dryer is underneath the top layer that stays moist. So we're just going in and making sure under her bang is dry and any other areas that might feel moist. Because, of course, if they're not dry, first off, it's wintertime. I don't want her to get sick. But second off, if they're not dry, sometimes that can cause issues with it frizzing out. So I always want to make sure they're dry before they leave. Keep going, keep drying till we're all the way dry. And honestly, everyone diffuses differently. Me, I'm bringing it up to the roots because the roots is where we're having so much trapped moisture. So that's where I'm heading with this diffuser. But yeah, she's pretty much all the way dry. And now that she's dry, we're going to separate those curls. You always want to wait till it's dry so you don't create unnecessary frizz. And I have a S3 serum on my hands from Influence as well to help keep the shine as we fluff. And of course, if you got a pick, go ahead and fluff at the roots with a pick to make sure you are actually getting a natural volume and doesn't look flat and frozen. And then, of course, trimming around any extra areas that need to be refined. And we're all done. This is our finished look. It's basically a curly set, natural hair look with Hergivenhair curly clip-ins in 18-inch. Of course, we cut and framed them to fit her face. But this is our finished result. I cannot see weave. I just see a natural look. So I'm really excited about this. And it's easy, low maintenance. And as you guys can see, very protective. So hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.